less. So we're excited to get this kicked off. Isn't it right, Maya?
Absolutely.
First, my name is Ruben Agbana, everyone. I'm the co-founder and executive director of the Marcy Lab School.
And hi, everyone. I'm Maya Bhattacharjee, Chief Program Officer and co-founder of the Marcy Lab School. We are so excited to welcome you all virtually into our community today and to celebrate this graduation of our second amazing cohort of fellows.
Go
ahead, Ruth.
I want to put the faces up of some of these young people that we're going to be celebrating.
We are gathered here today, family, to do a few things. We want to celebrate the hard work, the effort, and the growth that these 10 incredible young people have achieved over the course of 12 months of full-time learning. This last year has been filled with challenges our world could have never imagined. And yet, each one of these young people push themselves harder than they ever have in their lives to make their dreams come true in a fully remote year. We want to most importantly thank them for being our source of energy and our co-founders, for helping us lay the foundations of the school that will grow to impact the lives of many of thousands of young people to come. And mostly, we want to bestow upon them the privilege and responsibility that they have to pay it forward for those who will come after them. We're going to get to celebrating these incredible young folks in just a moment. And for now, I recognize that we have many first-time guests with us today. And so we'd love to tell you a little bit more about Marcy Lab School and how it came to be.
The story of the Marcy Lab School in many ways begins with Maya and I beginning our career as teachers in Brooklyn, New York, in elementary schools, middle schools, and high schools, working with teachers and principals as directors at Teach for America. We were motivated by a desire to work with students who come from often excluded backgrounds and providing them a pathway to middle-class jobs and above. In our previous lives, college was the primary metric for success. We were celebrated for our abilities to get 100% of our students from oftentimes low-income communities off to college each year. It was after those students went off to college that Maya and I found the challenges with the systemic higher education system and the way that it impacts students, often those who come from disadvantaged communities. In the world that we live in today, it's becoming more and more clear that there are challenges with the way that the higher education system is serving students across the board, and particularly those from Black and Brown communities. We see a college graduation rate of 34% for Black and Latinx young adults. We see a student loan default rate of up to 51% for Black and Brown students who go off to college in this country. And as former K-12 educators, those stories, the impacts of those statistics, Maya and I felt personally. It was the stories of the students that we serve, the highly motivated, high potential students who went off to college and didn't find the experience that they were looking for, that motivated us to start the Marcy Lab School. It began with the question of what could a different post-secondary experience look like for students with all the potential in the world, one that doesn't ask them to sacrifice their near-term or long-term earning potential and can set them up to be the types of engineers, professionals, and most importantly, leaders that their communities deserve. Our mission is to create economic mobility, and we're proud of that. And we believe that this can be done through a program that doesn't have to involve students taking out a mortgage's worth of student loan debt for themselves. Our program is instead 1 year, and we serve students who otherwise would be spending 2 or 4 years in college. And we ask them to spend 1 accelerated year with us in the Marcy Lab School. Our curriculum is grounded in computer science fundamentals and leadership development, courses that mirror the types of liberal studies classes that they will be taking in their traditional colleges. At the end of 1 year of developing as engineers and as leaders at the Marcy Lab School, our students go on to take full-time jobs in the tech sector. This is our third graduating class, and we're extremely proud to say that our graduates earn an average of over $100,000 per year to write software for some of the most incredibly impactful and compelling companies in the world. I want to take this as an opportunity to shout out the alumni and fellows that are currently working at some of our incredible partner companies, and to thank these companies for the ways that they've played a role in shaping the Marcy Lab School experience from the very beginning.
During our full-time, year-long program, our students are immersed in the fundamentals of programming, problem-solving, computer science. On the screen, you'll see the photos of our first class, our alumni, when we were in person. Our fellows engage with our leadership development curriculum, a deep dive on professional readiness, communication, racial identity development. We are so inspired by this year's incredible class of fellows who are our founders. And if Ruben, you could just click that slide. They have innovated with us to build a remote Marcy Lab School this year. Despite only knowing each other through their Zoom screens, they not only completed this ridiculously rigorous program, but they absolutely crushed it. They achieved outcomes for themselves and their families that were beyond their wildest dreams, with relentless discipline and resilience to get through this year unlike any other year. And we are growing this year because young people in our city need this program now more than ever. This past year, we served 30 fellows, and this upcoming year, we'll be serving 60 fellows at the Marcy Lab School. And just like our fellows community, we are only as strong as our community. Ruben and I are so infinitely grateful for the community who hold us up, starting with our mentors who we'll get to meet in just a little bit. Thank you, Marcy Lab mentors, for being our fellows Northern Star and a constant example of what working in this field looks like.
When we first went around New York City and told the idea of an alternative to college that would produce outcomes that are just as extraordinary as some of the most expensive colleges in the world, many people thought that we were confused or underinformed. And I want to thank the many folks who took a chance on this innovative higher education model. This work simply wouldn't be possible without the support of our forward-thinking and innovative funders who are searching for answers to some of the hardest questions in the workforce development sector. I also want to give a shout out to the other 20 fellows who were in community with us this year, our Breakthrough Fellowship. You fellows set the bar really, really high for the first fellowship of its kind. You establish partnerships that are going to benefit young adults that come well after you. And we thank you for all the things that you can contribute to the Marcy Lab School community.
Thank you to our board of directors, our greatest champions and our anchors. In so many ways, you were the people who believed in Marcy Lab School before it even existed and continue to anchor us in our values every day. To our alumni who have made this journey possible, for all who come after them, opening new doors, and to the folks who are constantly pulling up more seats to the table behind them.
And to our incredible team, we can't thank you enough. You are truly our co-founders. The sacrifices that you made to leave your previous jobs and help us build this into what we hope will be the best job in the world for you and for the folks who come after you is not a sacrifice that we take lightly. We're excited about all that we stand to gain through our work together this year and look forward to having a lot of fun in the process.
And most of all, thank you, Anne, our fearless lead instructor who led this cohort through this entire year, teaching each fellow how to master tech fundamentals while being hundreds of miles away. It is impossible, Anne, to find the words of gratitude that Ruben, myself, and this cohort of young people feel for you.
Thank you, Maya. I am our senior lead instructor, and I just wanted to say that I am so incredibly proud of our 10 graduates that we are here celebrating today. They have been our motivation this year. They mean more to Maya, Ruben, myself, and the rest of staff than they could ever know. And despite how much we've been pushing them, it was an honor and a privilege for us to be able to come onto Zoom every day, not just to teach, but to learn with them on this journey. So graduates, you are the reason why the Marcy Lab School is as successful as it is. You are selfless, hardworking, ambitious, brilliant, and compassionate. Gifting all of you with knowledge will be nothing compared to the gifts we know that you all will give back to your communities after actualizing your dreams and unlocking your full potential. At the Marcy Lab School, we don't ask you to pay us back, but rather we ask you to pay the kindness forward. And we're gonna embody this starting right now in our Pass the Pin ceremony. But before we begin, Ruben's gonna share the meaning behind our logo.
This concept of passing the pin started with our founding fellows, the small lapel pin that reflected this West African Adinkra symbol. The Marcy Lab School, both staff and student communities, comprised of folks who proudly come from families that have immigrated here from other places, and many of those cultural elements infuse their way into the Marcy Lab School culture, and this being one of them. This is the Fawodie, and it's a West African Adinkra symbol that typically stands for independence, freedom, and emancipation. A longer translation means with independence comes its responsibilities. So the Marcy Lab School is financially a free program for our fellows, but we ask them to commit quite a lot back in terms of time and effort in investing in the next generation. It's an incredible thing to see our young adults go off and earn the type of financial and career independence that we can only dream of. But we tell them that that comes with the responsibility of reaching back in order to pay it forward. And so this small ceremony is the first step in that process.
And now, without further ado, we're going to introduce our graduates who will have their mentors toast on their behalf. And in doing so, we will pass the pins from our mentors to our graduates, and then our graduates will in turn pass the pin forward to our next set of students at the Marcy Lab School. First up, we're going to have Jose toast to our very own Jaritt Alicea.
Hey y'all, can you see me, hear me? I assume so. Okay, cool. All right, to you, Jaritt. Man, Jaritt, one short year. From knowing almost nothing about programming to recently earning an apprenticeship at Teachers Pay Teachers. It's amazing. I know it wasn't easy. You've been through a lot of joy in this process, but also a lot of stress, burnout, interview setback, and mental fatigue. But you've been able to rest, push yourself back up, and meet those challenges head on. So remember, this year, and all you've been able to achieve for yourself, when you inevitably hit challenges that come with any career, you have the ability to make it through them. I know it, and you've shown it. In some time, I see you to be a senior engineer, living a comfortable life, playing ping pong with others in your company, having the financial freedom to buy any food you want, support yourself, support your fam, support the community, vacation how you want. I'll be there if you want to talk about tech, career, work, life, or anime. And I'll also check in every now and then. But anyway, congrats, man. I'm so proud of you and all the hard work you've done throughout the year. Yeah. How do you tell us? I don't know.
Thank you so much, Jose. That was really nice. And it's been quite a year. So now I'll pass my pin. So I have the privilege of passing my pin to Damien Cohort, Ait Aymir, Akhmatov, Aldo Ortiz, and Andrew Renoy. This year, I challenge you all to always speak up when you don't understand something. I know firsthand how it feels to not want to ask for help, but trust me, you'll feel a lot better asking and figuring it out now than struggling and not knowing it later. You can count on me to always be there when you don't understand the topics. We can go over them until you do.
Our, oh, sorry, give me one. Ruben, can you go back one slide? I think we might have, or is this? Okay, thank you all for bearing with us. But next I have the privilege of introducing Olivia, and she is going to get a toast by her mentor, Kiki.
Hello, I am so grateful to be here and proud to be part of the community, sending off all of the Marcy Lab graduates, but especially Olivia. I have appreciated so much the energy and excitement you brought to our sessions as you talked about all that you were learning. When you came with the Street Fighter themed website during one of our first meetings, I knew I was going to be hooked. Your curiosity and intentionality as you explored not only how to code, but the wider tech ecosystem truly inspired me. We've both had, a tough year. We've handled grief, and I didn't know going into this relationship that I would come out with a friend. And I'm going off script, but I'm just like so moved. I have a script here, and I'm just, thank you so much, Olivia. Like, I know when I invited you to my wedding, you said that made you cry, and just like thinking about your graduation right now is making me cry. So paying it back. I am excited to see where you decide to take your career, and I'm thrilled to continue to introduce you to mentors and sponsors in whatever role that is: software engineer, product manager, technical project manager, program manager, VP of engineering, you name it, I'm here for you throughout the course of your career. Tech is a better place with you in it now, and thank you so much, Olivia, for being a bright light in my life and sharing your journey and your incredibly cute kitten with me. Cheers, Olivia.
Thank you. Okay, now I'm gonna cry. I have another kitten now, so I gotta show her so now, thank you. I have the opportunity to pass my pen as well. So today I'll be passing my pen to Kenya Cobbs, Anishi Paris, Kenya Cobbs, Kalia Paris, Kanishi Jean Baptiste. I just want to make sure I get that right because you guys are so important. I challenge you to challenge yourself to go beyond the assignments by understanding why you're doing it and what other ways you can implement it, or can a problem be solved in a different way. Ask a lot of questions. Don't let a topic slip by without learning it fully, because everything you'll explore will build upon the last. Support each other, learn together, and create amazing things. And you can count on me to be available for any questions and co-challenges along the way. Thank you.
Thank you, Liz. Up next, we are going to hear a toast from Enrique, who is Jason Alvarez's mentor. So Enrique, if you are there, the floor is yours.
Yes, good afternoon. My name's Enrique Ortiz, and I'm a machine learning engineer at Peloton Interactive. And today I have the immense honor of toasting Jason Alvarez. And it's kind of crazy to think that it's been a year since our first video call. But Jason, you are someone that is ready for challenges. You ask good questions and are willing to put the work in. You entertain all my crazy questions, even when they push you to think outside of your comfort. And every piece of advice I gave, you researched and came back with your own insightful questions. I remember early on, there was kind of like this existential question that I asked, and I thought I kind of like scared you away. But you came back probably, I think it was like 2 weeks of thought later, and you came with a deep insight about yourself. And I kind of at this moment, I knew you were open to being pushed and that you were bound for success. But probably your biggest quality is your care for your family and the knowledge that you're carrying forward a new legacy. I'm most looking forward to seeing you grow as a person, as you discover who you are at your core and how you fit into this world of technology. And I'm here rooting for you as you navigate this new experience. I'm here for your next steps and to help break down any roadblocks you may encounter. I know you will be successful in whatever you approach, and cheers to you and your bright future.
Thanks a lot. It means a lot. Yeah, I remember those days. We couldn't figure out what to talk about. You were just worried that like, am I conversing with you in the right way? And then you asked me questions that I didn't know the answers to, like what were my dreams as a kid, which I don't remember. But yeah, it's an honor to have the privilege of passing my pen on to Charles, Christian, Damon, and Dylan. This year at Marcy, I challenge you all to take the extra step. If something catches your interest, I want you to dive right in, have fun, and it'll be hard at times, but I challenge you all to keep pushing on. Because that feeling you get when you overcome these challenges and grow, it's one of the best feelings you'll ever have. And you can count on me to be there if you ever need a helping hand or if you're struggling. And I wish you all the best for the upcoming year.
Thank you, Jason. Up next, we want to highlight our wonderful, beautiful Rabia Khan, who will actually get a toast from our very own Maya Bhattacharjee.
Robs, Bhavana said that her speech, she can't make it today, but she said that her speech just has to come in person. And so I told her I would gladly step in. Rabia, what an honor it has been to get to know you this year. I will forever remember when Ruben had your interview and he called me and he said, Maya, I've met the one. She is going to be the queen and we will call her Queen Robs. Rabia, it has been so special getting to see you walk this path this year. I know that we've talked about this a lot, but you are the first South Asian woman who has walked the path of Marcy Lab School. And to me, that has meant so much. And I know for your family as well. I remember when I first met you, you talked about being the first in your family to go into engineering and what it means for you and for your community to be able to be a South Asian woman in engineering. And it is no surprise to me that you are one of the first fellows to receive a full-time offer as a software engineer at one of our partner companies. I am so excited, Robs, to see where you go. I'm so excited to see all that you will achieve in your lifetime and for all of the women who will be looking up to you. And you can count on me to always be there for you as a confidant, as a support system, and as your #1 cheerleader. We love you so much, and I'm so proud of you.
Thank you so much, Maya. I have the privilege and the honor of passing my pen to GP Jayakaran, Jan Morales, Kay Edwards, and Farouk. This year at Marcy, I challenge you all to balance Marcy and your personal life at the same time. You can count on me to build your networking skills and communication skills. That is something I have improved on this past year. So I know that you can too. Thank you so much, Queen Robs. The next fellow we're going to be celebrating is Shemar Gordon, who will receive a toast from his amazing mentor, Mike.
Thanks. Yeah. Hey, everyone. My name is Mike. I'm a software engineer at Google, and I have the incredible honor of toasting Shemar today. Shemar, you are one of the most intelligent, steadfast, and hardworking people I've ever met. You showed this to me in many ways throughout our work together. For one, you were constantly taking on additional responsibilities as a TA and in your group projects. Also, I remember a few times when you told me you worked into the night to go above and beyond to add special features to a project to great effect. I mean, anyone that's played Blockman Legends can back me up on this. It's addicting. Perhaps your most admirable quality, though, that I've seen is your strong sense of empathy and emotional intelligence. The decisions you've made and the many discussions we had about inequity, underrepresentation, and other social and moral issues in tech show the extreme empathy you show for others, and your passion for making our industry more inclusive. I hope you maintain and grow these qualities in yourself. They are in too short supply, and the tech world needs more people like you. Squarespace is extremely lucky to have you. Your expertise, work ethic, and principles make you the total package engineer. Congratulations. You deserve all the success you've achieved and more. Thank you so much for letting me be a small part of your journey, and I'll always be there to talk in the future. I know there are big things in your future, and I can't wait to see what you accomplish.
Thank you so much, Mike. I have the honor and privilege passing my pin to Elijah Aguiman, Jasani Williams, Jared Moore, and Jason Padilla. I challenge you all to reach out to your peers and build a network with them. One of Marcy Lab's furthest goals is to make sure that we create a network of wealth and knowledge within the minority and underrepresented communities, and that starts here. You can count on me to be there for you at every step of the way, answering any questions you have, especially towards the beginning of the fellowship, because that's when most of the growing pains happen. But I'm here for it.
Thank you so much, Shemar. Next up, we're gonna have Erica give a toast to the wonderful Itzel Rendon.
Hi everyone, my name is Erica and I am a web engineer at Spotify. And I have the honor to make this toast for Itzel Rendon. Hi Itzel. Okay, so it truly has been a pleasure to be part of this journey with you. It has been awesome to see you grow as a leader, from taking leading roles in your class team projects to having crucial conversations to bring real life production projects to completion. As you face challenges ahead, I hope you let the light within you shine your path and never let your si se puede attitude fade away. You are a true role model of resilience, confidence, and a growth mindset. And this is what will take you to accomplish all those beautiful, big dreams and goals that you are working so hard to achieve. I am very proud of you. And I know wherever you go, they will be so lucky to have you. Thank you for the opportunity to share and learn together. And I hope you know that I will always be here to support you and continue chatting and venting and having all those awesome conversations that were truly really nice to have and share with you throughout all this mentorship. I'm always wishing you all the best, and you got this. You will do it.
Thank you, Erica. Itzel, you're going to be passing the pin now. Okay. Itzel is not here at the moment, so technical difficulties. We will come back to this.
Yeah, we're going to be hearing from Itzel shortly, so we'll work on her.
So we're going to move on to spotlight Ricardo Villareal, and his amazing mentor, Daniel, will give a toast.
Hi, I'm Daniel Antonio. I'm a software engineer at the New York Times. And yeah, I have the great privilege of setting up Ricardo today. Geez, what can I say about Ricardo? I must have been one of the most fortunate mentors to have such an easy mentee. Because like when I first met Ricardo, I can already tell that he was a self-starter and he had the motivation to push himself to become a great engineer and just a great leader in general. he was always so sharp to pick up every single concept thrown at him immediately, which is incredible. And I honestly cannot express how proud I am and how excited I am for the next chapter in his life as he starts his full-time work at WW. I know that in the future, Ricardo will blow us all away with either by becoming a great lead engineer, contributing to some amazing open source project, or even starting his own company. And I know, Ricardo, that you will turn around and lend a helping hand to those who come after you, because that's so important in this world. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised to see you do all of these things. So as you start turn the chapter and start the next phase of your journey, I'm happy to remain a resource for you, a guide if you need it, and a friend just to talk with, just to talk through anything. Good luck on your journey, Ricardo. I'm extremely proud of you, man. You did the thing. You did the thing, which is incredible. And good luck.
Thank you so much, Daniel. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Today, I have the opportunity to pass my pin to Pedro Delgado, Mark Rodriguez, and Ray Lu. So this year at Marcy, I challenge you all to take the initiative to help out the other fellows if you see that they're having some trouble. At the end of it, we'll all be someone we can look to find some answers. Now, you can count on me to help out where I can. If you don't happen to understand a certain subject or a problem, don't be afraid to ask for help. I feel like that's number one. Don't be afraid of it. And it's at the end, it's what we're here for. So, thank you all.
Thank you so much, Ricardo. We're gonna next spotlight our very own Segun Subair, who is going to have his toast by our very own lead instructor, Erwin.
Thanks, Anne. Hey, everyone. Again, my name's Erwin. I'm one of the lead instructors at the Marcy Lab, and I have the pleasure and the honor of sending off Segun Subair today. Segun, during our time together, I've been constantly amazed at the amount of technical rigor that you hold yourself to, coupled with the outstanding resilience that you show in the face of technical challenges, mostly by not sleeping and just tackling away at it. I'm really proud of your tenacity and your willingness to continue to work on a project even after it's done, just because you hold yourself to this high bar, and that you want everything to be done as perfectly as it can be. You've obviously grown tremendously as a developer, but also in your technical communication. And I've had the pleasure of working with you and seeing you grow and seeing how you apply that tenacity, not just in one facet of your life, but also in all areas of your life. Even things like writing, and I'm really, really proud of that. One of the things that I'm personally really excited about, especially when it comes to your future endeavors, is that I can already see, no matter where life leads you, that you're always going to be that person in the room that raises the bar for everyone else. And I think it takes a special kind of person to not do that for any external reasons, but that's just who they are. And I'm really, really proud of that. And I saw countless times throughout your projects where you push everyone else to rise to that same level, same level of commitment that you had. And I really think that's what's most special about you. And what, no matter what you decide to do, whether that's be a software engineer or build your own projects, you will always be a leader in that sense. And so in the future, you can count on me to be one of your biggest cheerleaders and to be a technical mentor, and to always just reach out if you have any questions about anything.
Thanks. I have the privilege of passing my pin to Liam, Miles, and Jaritt. This year, Mercy, I challenge you all to study and understand every bug that you might encounter in your code. Ask for help if you're stuck on a problem and craft a schedule that works best for you. Creating a schedule can be very helpful in creating like a peace of mind while working at your most efficient self. You can count on me to help with any issues that you might come up with. Thank you.
Thank you, Segun. Our very, very amazing Queen Andrea Young. She is going to get a toast by Helen.
Hi, everyone. My name is Helen, and I'm a full stack software engineer at Haven Life. And I have the immense pleasure of toasting Drea. So Drea, we only connected relatively recently to practice for interviews. But in that time, I have seen you grow from someone who had some trouble tooting their own horn to someone who I was ready to pass on to the next round at Haven Life. It was incredible to watch you practice multiple times a week, to see you grow from session to session. It blew me away how much effort you put into our sessions. And even though they were limited, to a couple of weeks, I couldn't be more proud of you. I couldn't be more excited to see where your growth takes you throughout your entire career. And I want you to know that I am always there for you, not only as your cheerleader, but as a support system in any way that you might need at any stage of your career. I know you have a really great support network here, and I'm just really honored to be a part of it. So cheers to you. I'm super proud of you, and looking forward to where you take this world.
Thank you, Helen. I appreciate it. So I pass my pen to Priscilla Moore, Yusira Boyce, and Sarah Moore. And this year at Marcy Lab, I challenge you to not only really learn the material, but to really learn yourself, love yourself, and push yourself to be the best that you could be. And you could count on me to, call me at 2 a.m., whatever time, for an ear to listen to. If you get stuck on anything, you can really call me for anything, annoy me as much as you want. So yeah, I know you guys will do great, and you guys will be where you want to be. So.
Thank you so much, Drea. We're gonna move on to highlight our very own Asif Khan, who's going to get a toast from his mentor, Christian.
Hey, my name is Christian Lewis. I am a senior data scientist at Rubicon MD. And today I have the honor of toasting and sending off Asif. Man, the last year, we've definitely come a long way, man. It's been really exciting to see your growth. I remember our early meetings, one week we're like frustrated by one problem. The next week you were talking about it like, you've been doing it your whole life. So it's just really exciting to see that progression, and just knowing that, you have the perseverance and the dedication to kind of, push through some of those moments that can be a little bit more frustrating. And I watched you do that reliably over and over again, step up to any challenge that kind of came in front of you. And that gives me the utmost confidence, in you pursuing whatever you want to put your mind to. WW was really fortunate to have you on their team this summer. I hope that, really opened your eyes and perspective to some of the things that are out there for you. So you can look forward to me, being a supporter, an advocate, a teammate, a friend, whenever you need to help with any of that. I just want to encourage you to keep pushing forward on your goals, maintain your confidence and charisma, and, that plus your intelligence will make you a really, really successful person in whatever you put your mind to. So I'm excited to see what you do next.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you for being on my side this whole year. I have the privilege of passing my pen to Uzma Khan, Zohaib Manzoor, and Sean Townsend. this year, I challenge you to push yourself every hour of the day. Anytime you have flex time, I challenge you to build a community and just push each other. You can count on me any time of the day for moral support, technical support, and if I don't know, we can figure it out together.
Thank you, Asif. We are going to pivot ever so slightly because our very own Itzel Rendon is back. And Erica, her mentor, has agreed to just retoast once more in her celebration.
Yes. Okay. Hi again. Hi, Itzel. Okay, so I am here because I have the honor to make this toast for Itzel Rendon. It truly has been a pleasure to be part of this journey with you. It has been awesome to see you grow as a leader, from taking leading roles in your class team projects to having crucial conversations to bring real life production projects to completion. As you face challenges ahead, I hope you let the light within you shine your path and never let your si se puede attitude fade away. You are truly a role model of resilience, confidence, and a growth mindset. And this is what will take you to accomplish all those beautiful, big dreams and goals you're working so hard to achieve. I am so very proud of you. And I know wherever you go, they will be so lucky to have you. Thank you for the opportunity to share and learn together. And don't forget that you can always count on me for support and to continue our chats and venting and learning and growing together. I always wish you all the best, and you got this. And that's it. Thank you.
And it looks like Itzel's internet is just not letting her in today.
I'm seeing that.
Wait, I'm here.
Oh, that's
okay.
Oh, it's you. Hey.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. So I'm using my mom's phone right now because my internet is just not cooperating. I am so sorry for the inconvenience. But I do have the privilege. Oh wait, hold on. Thank you so much, Erica. I actually heard everything you said, and I love you to pieces. Just wanted to say that. I have the privilege of passing my pen to Joel Joseph, Siobhan Legal, and Leonardo Cedillo. Sorry if I messed up your last names, by the way. This year at Marcy, I challenge you to journal every day. I promise it will help you get centered and stay mindful. You can count on me to peer edit any writing and to help whenever.
Thank you, Itzel. And with that amazing kind of scrappy attitude, and just thank you for your perseverance. That is our beautiful 10 fellows. And I'm gonna now hand it over to Ruben to talk about our young trustee.
Good timing, Itzel. We have another tradition that we want to close out with. The Marcy Lab School is incorporated as a nonprofit, and that means a couple of things. One of the most important of which is that we're governed by a group of people that we call our board of directors. Their responsibility is to oversee the longevity and continuity and sustainability and mission-aligned direction of the Marcy Lab School into the future, and after these fellows and after Maya and I leave. Oftentimes, nonprofit board of directors, one of the challenges is maintaining a connection to the communities that we want to serve. And our solution to that is making sure that every year we have a fellow's voice join this governing board of directors. And so what that means is Emmanuel, our last year's young trustee, sat around the table as he approved my and my salary this year. We had conversations about how the Marcy Lab School can grow while maintaining the true efficacy of the program that they envision. And so this year we have the privilege to welcome our second young trustee to the board. This is a decision that we only feel comfortable allowing our fellows to make. And so after a competitive campaigning and election process, I'm excited to reveal to you the next member of our board of directors. You got a meeting coming up, our very own Itzel.
This is less than ideal, but I don't think that it's my face that matters at this point. It's my work.
As always.
Hello, family and friends. Thank you for joining us today to celebrate along with us. I'll start off with a quote that a special woman has always told me. Tú puedes lograr todo lo que te propongas, which translates to, you can accomplish anything you set your mind to. This year is proof of those words. We all set out to complete the most rigorous software engineering program. And today I can say that, I'm so sorry. Today I can say that we did it. It was not easy, but through the friendships that we created, we got through it. To name all of our accomplishments is to name the digits of pi. We started our journey in September amidst the COVID-19 pandemic. Throughout the fall, we were learning HTML and CSS, but we were also writing our mosaics of me essays, while also getting ready to vote on one of the most important elections to date. We defined and explored systemic racism, while our symbol of democracy was invaded by the white supremacists, all while trying to understand algorithms and Big O. We read Algorithms of Oppression and learned about civil tech while also preparing our demo day project. This summer, the learning didn't stop. From practicum to capstone, none of us stopped working and taking deep dives into subjects that we hadn't encountered before. My computer's waking up. I'm so sorry.
All good.
That we hadn't encountered before. It's been really fun getting to know all of my classmates, and I still can't believe that I can count on one hand the number of times we've met in person. This year has been extraordinary, and it has been a privilege to have spent it with this amazing group of people. Thank you, Rabia, Olivia, Andrea, Shemar, Segun, Ricardo, Jaritt, Jason, and Asif for being there with me, for struggling yet accomplishing so much. This course would not have been what it was without y'all. The course itself was difficult too, but we had Anne. Anne has been an amazing instructor, and with patience and kindness, she helped clear up any confusions we may have had. Thank you, Anne. Not only are we emerging into the tech world, we are doing so with the knowledge of who we are as people. This is very important, as we are aware that we are worthy and deserving of all the good things. Thank you, Maya, for being the safe space we needed to help us discover our identities. Since we are on the topic of thank yous, I'd also like to thank Ruben for creating this program that will help communities and change the image of what a software engineer looks like. And we can't forget about Travis, who is, by the way, the best agent anyone could ask for. Last but definitely not least, thank you to the people in the background who are doing so much for this community. I am so proud of all of us, and I just wanted to remind y'all that you can accomplish anything you set your mind to. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Itzel. Thank you for inspiring us each and every day. To close our ceremony today, it is such an honor to introduce our keynote speaker. And thank you all for staying on a few extra minutes to account for our short delay today. Many of you attended our demo day presentations, the project of our Civic Tech Hackathon. Our hackathon was actually inspired by an incredible text I stumbled upon last year, Algorithms of Oppression, that our fellows spent seminaring all May. We read the text cover to cover from the corners of our homes, passionately jumping onto Zoom to unpack the way in which code governs the tech sector in the same way and mirrors the systems of power that govern our country. Side by side with watching coded bias, we reckoned with algorithmic power that our young people hold as they set off to write the algorithms that fuel companies that you heard about earlier today. It is such a huge honor to get to introduce to you all the author of the text that inspired this unit, Dr. Safiya Ujoma Novel. Amongst being a leading voice in algorithmic activism and so many astounding achievements, she is the co-founder and director of the UCLA Center for Critical Internet Inquiry, a board member of the Cyber Civil Rights Initiative, and of course, the best-selling author of our favorite book this year. Dr. Noble.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Maya. Thank you so much for that lovely introduction. And I cannot tell you what I am feeling right now, just listening to all of these incredible accomplishments and these remarks that you've shared together with your mentors. Just thinking about my own life and how the people like the mentors that you experienced in this program also shaped my life. And so I'm just so grateful and so honored that you called me and gave me a chance to meet you today and send you some positive words and vibes. You know, because I'm from California, so I have to send you the positive vibes. I have to tell you that, you know, the Marcy Lab School and all of the work that you're doing here and that your team is leading is, to me, it's the answer. It's the work of putting the control, the time, the runway, the space to imagine the kinds of worlds we want into the hands of the people who should be shaping the world that we live in. You know, one of the things that I realized in my own career is that when I look around and I think about writing a book like Algorithms of Repression or studying the dark side of the internet, kind of the downside of the technologies or the failure of the promises that so many technology companies have promised the world and promised our communities, I realized that part of the challenge here is that many of us are always kind of like responding to what other people imagine for the world. But we are not always in a position to make the worlds that we want to live in and make the worlds that protect our abuelas and our grandmothers and our grannies and our communities and our friends. You all are the people who can do that in this world. And I just want to tell you that I want to be out of business in terms of the business of writing about the dark side of the internet, because I don't want us to live in a world where we keep having evidence of harm. And I think that you all are the people who are going to help lead us into a new era of technology design, of world design, of justice, of fairness, of equity. You have the values already inside of you. And what we need now is your brilliant brain applied into all of these kinds of creative spaces, even the spaces that don't exist yet that you are going to make. We need that. This world needs that so much right now. So I just want to say thank you for doing the hard work of getting up every day and being about your business. And thank you for the hard work of staying on point and focused when there's a lot of things, especially during a pandemic, that could take us all the way down and really demotivate us and kind of zap us of our power. Thank you for being the bright light, shining so bright for all of us. I'm really moved and touched by the work that you do, and I'm grateful to get to watch and to support. And I'm here, I'm cheering you on. So when you need the support, you shout me out and I got you. And congratulations. I wish you nothing but amazing success and a great next chapter. Thanks, Maya, so much for inviting me.
Thank you so much, Safiya.
So we thank you all for staying a few extra moments. Safiya, thank you so much for your words, both here today and those words that inspired the ethos of this entire fellowship. this community here is the village that it takes to raise up others, and we appreciate you all for all of your support. It means the world that you thought enough of our students and our community to join us this afternoon. And we look forward to you all continuing to engage with us and support not only this group as they go off into their careers, but this next group that's coming after them. You all got a peek into the life of the Marcy Lab School, this dream of Maya and mine to create a college experience. When I think of my own, the ability to learn incredible things from your major that land you a job, but also to have an incredible community of peers, of mentors, to sit around a table and read incredible books and talk about big ideas and meet your favorite authors. We're so proud and excited about this experience that these fellows had and the ones that are coming next year as well. So thank you all, and we appreciate you.